You are now tuned in to the Jmack Experience Podcast.
All right, we're back, and we got a very, very special guest on the show today. I want to give you a round of applause, my brother. Thank you so much for being on the platform. I truly appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
If y'all don't know, man, this man right here is a legend in my eyes. He got an incredible story. He's been doing some amazing things, something different that we bring into the table. He's actually from the home of hip hop, and he was born and raised in the boogie down. I gotta give you your flowers before we start. You know what I'm saying? And this is the true essence of hip hop. So we taking y'all back, man, back into time. Yo, how are you feeling, my brother? How's everything going?
I am feeling 100% very healthy, very energized, very positive.
I like it.
I'm just like motivated in life.
I like it. I could tell, man, you look like you're in good spirits. You know what I mean? Nothing but positive vibes. We had a few conversations. The shit was dope. Yo, we're gonna get into this. We're gonna get into this intro real quick. Episode 76. June Nyc is in the fucking building. You already know what it is. The Jmack Experience Podcast. We'll get into the intro, and we'll be right back.
Welcome to the Jmack Experience Podcast. This show is for motivational purposes only. However, we will not be politically correct, but our goal is to inspire those who listen and watch the show. Thanks for tuning in. Please be sure to follow us at the Jmack Experience Podcast and email us if you would like to be a guest on our platform at the Jmack Experience Podcast at gmail.com.
Once again, man, it's an honor to have you on the platform. Thank you so much for being on the show. Let me give you another round of applause.
Thank you, W.
We gotta big you up, man. We gotta give you your respect.
Yes, I love it. Thank you.
We gotta do it, man. Tomorrow's never promised. Now, for those out there who normally watch my show, I like to start from the very beginning to basically to where you are now. You know what I'm saying? So for those who are not familiar with who you are, what's your name and where are you from?
I was born and raised in the Bronx. And I'm a straight New Yorker, man.
Facts.
I'm a straight New Yorker, and the name is June. I go by the name of June. And
I like it.
Today's topic is going to be all about my sincere feelings on my artwork.
Word.
About depression, health issues, personal stuff in their life.
Yep.
And I just want to address this out. There's a lot of men and women out there that they really, really locked out in depression and just, they don't want to live life. Absolutely. But there's an answer to that.
Absolutely. So we're gonna take them through the whole ride. Now, you was born and raised more or less in the Bronx, correct? And that was like the golden era of hip hop, so to say. You know what I'm saying? Now, what was it like growing up in the Bronx? Like, how was it in that time for those out there who don't know? Because we got a lot of new cats that be watching the show.
Yeah. Back in the day, when I went to junior high school, Herman Ritter, that's on Boston Road up there. That was back 1980s. We're talking about back then was it was just breakdancing. Who could tag up in their black book, who can do the best lead jackets in the back, who can do a leg lead pants with their nice burnout on the jeans. Back then was Zulu Nation, all these little group, but it was something, don't get me wrong, back then was just badass as much as now,
Right.
But the culture was just there with a lot of love. It's like, it kind of like merged together, you know what I'm saying? Absolutely. Which is hip hop today.
So like more or less what I'm trying to get at is like, did you come from like a single mother home? Like, did you face any trials and tribulations? You had any siblings? Like, how was that side of things for you? Because the Bronx was rough. Growing up in the Bronx was rough.
But I grew up with a strong mother, man. Yeah. Let me tell you, my mom's was just moms and dad right there. My mom's make sure that we did, the stuff the right way. So, it's four of us. I'm actually twin with a girl, by the way.
Oh, shit. You see, that's why I like to ask all these questions. Yes. That's dope.
Yes. So I'm twin with a girl, and it's just art. It's always been in my blood since child. You know what I'm saying? I always just like kind of like draw and put it away and just put everything in life into whole.
So you
But
said
I come from that side.
you said you was in middle school more or less, right? And you was by Boston Road. That's the fucking by like Gun Hill Road and all that shit, right? By Mount Vernon.
No, that's over there by West Farm, by East Tremont.
Oh, okay. By the I think that's the 5 line.
Yeah, that's 2 and the 5.
Yeah. Oh, that's crazy. Okay. So you was on that side. Okay, by East Tremont. That's great. I used to live over
Yeah.
there. That's wild. So now, so you started young, like drawing and stuff like that, because that was the thing back in the day. Graffiti was like, where's that, right?
Oh yeah, yes, everything was just like that, and they was doing I think it was an art contest. I remember that they was taking to sign up for the high school of art and design, but we had to make the portfolio, you know what I'm saying, of drawing an apple, drawing a person. You had to set up a portfolio to kind of get into the school.
Right.
My mother being in there, supported me on that. She's like, you can do this.
That's dope.
And then so I prepared the portfolio, and that's where it got me into the high school of art and design.
And for those out there who don't know, to get into art and design back in the day, that's like getting into like a prestige school.
Yeah.
Like not everybody could go there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's dope. So you had to be really talented with your skills, right? More or less to get accepted, right?
Right.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope. So who inspired, like early on, like who inspired you to want to become a graffiti artist? And like, who were like some of your early influences? Like, there was a few legends out there back in the day. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. There's a lot of legend on it, but I'm gonna mention one person that I kind of grew up seeing him doing is Cope 2.
Damn, shout out to Cope 2, man.
Yes. Yes. I know he goes by the name, Cope 2, but we know him as Fernando, as childhood. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I used to see his name all over. You know what I'm saying? Like I was like, wow, there go Cope. He's there again. So he actually motivated me.
What about like people like Is the Wiz and fucking like, they had Scheme. They had a lot of fucking they had a lot of back in those days,
yeah.
Tattoo, they call them Tattoo Scene now, but
yeah.
Tats Crew. Did you bump into people like that?
If I bump up to who?
Like, did you ever run into those people like doing graffiti, like, bumping into the legends back in the day?
Yeah, you know who I really saw years ago when I was in the Bronx? Cap.
Oh, Cap is nasty too. Yeah.
Cap.
Yeah, that's crazy.
He's older and more mature. He's older right now.
Absolutely. So like, how did you come up with your tag name? Like, and what does it mean to you? How did you come up with June NYC? How did you come up with that?
June NYC is, let me see, I'm trying to keep it like, I'm born and raised in New York City, right?
Right.
But even though I don't live in New York City, but my attitude, my culture, my dressing is strictly New York. Ain't nobody gonna take that away from me. You understand what I'm saying? So by making those artwork, I had to kind of do like artwork from the street, what you see on a daily basis. You know what I'm saying? Like boxes, trash containers, train stations. You know what I'm saying? Just to kind of keep going with the drawing of art. It's just the beginning.
So hold on. This is later on. I'm talking about, so you had a different tag name, I'm assuming, back in the day?
No. I had June NYC was back in the day. What I used to write from on the street was Ski. SKI.
Oh, so you had another name. I bet. That's what I'm trying to figure out. All right, that's what's up. Right.
Okay. My bad.
So Ski was your tag. So how did you come up with that? How did you come up with that name?
Ski actually came from Orlando, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Shout out to my uncle.
Yes.
Orlando.
Yes. He actually came out because your uncle was actually, he used to draw b-boys. Like he used to have them packed down, right?
Yeah.
And I remember back in the days that he says, try to put it together. And I had like Fresh or Ski. So he said, no, try to put them together, Fresh Ski.
Oh, that's
so I kind of ran. I kind of ran with that name Fresh Ski for a little bit, but I didn't like it. So I took out the Fresh and left it with Ski.
Yeah.
But that name was created as childhood between me and your uncle.
Oh, that's crazy. You're bringing us back right now. See, for those out there who don't know, man, I come from the hip-hop shit, man. Stop trying to play with me. That's crazy.
Yes, sir.
So y'all used to be tagging, just fucking around, hanging out, shit like that?
We used to do what normally kids would do growing up and learning the streets and following the culture.
Okay,
That's
okay.
it.
So, like,
Yeah.
more or less what I'm saying is, like, when did you realize, more or less, that this was something that you really wanted to take serious and you wanted to do this for, like, the rest of your life? You know what I mean? Like,
I started drawing for many years, you know what I'm saying, shirts, and then I kind of put everything away. Then I
gotcha.
started just put everything in the drawer, like they say, right?
Mm,
So I move out of New York and I come into a new state right now. And then I'm just, focusing in life. And I kind of just put that away on it, So every time that you don't use nothing, you get rusty in your hands and your
yeah.
creation. But life has its mysterious way. How did I pull it out?
So you
Further.
ended up taking a break from it, is what you're saying, right? I just want to get the whole thing. And then
Exactly.
what brought you back around to start creating art again? Now I want to get to how this all came about, because you're doing some amazing things. Now we're talking about now. You know what I mean?
No,
So,
I appreciate it. So about 5 years ago, I was given the bad news. I was given the bad news from a doctor that I had colon cancer.
oh wow.
That
So this was unexpected.
This is unexpected. I got the bad news. It knocked the wind out of me. I was like in denial. I was like, okay, I can't believe that this is happening.
Yeah.
But on that same middle of that time, I was actually also going through a divorce at the same moment of everything just kind of like fall down.
It's like when it rains, it pours.
Oh yeah. It paused. That's it. But the most interesting stuff that after a year after accepting it in and just seeing, going to the doctor's office and go, talking to them, I kind of accepted after that year term. You know what I'm saying? And then I said, I was where I tell you I used to cry solo in a room by myself. Didn't want nobody to, to call me, to reach me. I went into a depression. I didn't care about life. I was like, this is over with.
Right.
But with the grace of the Lord, man, I kind of just spoken with him, man, and I started questioning him, why me?
Like you were feeling bad for yourself, kind of, right?
Yeah, kind of like bad. I was like,
Porque esto me está pasando a mí, toda la gente que yo conozco, right? And you're probably not, you seem like a great person, like a genuine person. So that's crazy.
And I was like, why? So on that first time depression that I was thinking the worst of everything in my life, man, I kind of just like decided to pull out some materials, some foam boards, and start. I'm going to show you my first creation where all this kind of started.
Right. The trash can. Yo, that's crazy. A dumpster. That's dope, yo. So that's the first piece that you made?
This is the first piece.
Yo, that's so dope. And let me ask you a quick question, because now that we're seeing it, for those out there watching, how did this come to your mind? Like, because, you can't order these pieces online. How did you figure all this thing out? Like, that's just dope, bro.
Well, as my personal life, I'm also a chief executive engineer on my side, which I know from framing, electrical, HVAC. You kind of get into the physics of how something is being built and put together to hold tight.
Okay.
I use that same method of pensamiento, that thinking, to kind of do it with the art. And then from that trash can, it went from another one, and then from another one. So each day, it has a story on the time that I was fighting cancer.
Well, this is what I was gonna ask you too. It's crazy how you're telling me how it is, more or less. Because I was gonna say, like, how do you create the concept of what you want to create at that time, and then like how long does it take you actually to finish a piece like that? You know what I'm saying?
All right. So all right. To give you an idea, what I used to, when I was really depressed, I would jump on the car, right, and I would drive around, just fresh air, driving around. I would look at different open top containers, stores, bodegas down here, you know what I'm saying? Just get ideas.
To get inspired.
Yeah, that I kind of say, you know what, I'm gonna do this into miniature.
Oh,
so I took dope. So I would do that driving mode that I was taking. I was actually taking pictures, photographing of everything of what I can manage in my own spare time. Damn, and take my frustration on my art.
So basically, this new thing that you've been doing, like this new creation that you started to venture on, it kind of like saved your life. Like it brought you back to life, no?
It did, man.
Damn,
it did.
That's wild, yo.
It did, and I tell you, you could have no money, you can have money, you can have anything in the world that you want, but you know what? If you don't find that peace, man, oh, you're gonna be in trouble. You're gonna be hurt. Man. You're gonna be hurt. And it took a couple years to learn that, but I did find that peace.
Yeah. So now, how many years are you into this right now? How many years from you started with that one piece you just showed us to right now? How long have you been doing it?
There's probably, I'm going into my 6.5 years now.
Oh, so it's about like 6 years. So you're going on almost a decade now.
Right. Damn. But the first layout about 20 years ago, I did the Bronx train that's running, the one that you saw.
Yes, that's the one with your profile picture.
Right.
The one that looks like from B Street.
Right. The train that runs.
Yeah, the hip hop don't stop one, right?
Right.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
That one was built about 22 years ago.
Oh, you started with that a while back ago?
Yes, that one is, I actually bought the layout of the Bronx because I was missing it so much that I ended up recreated it here.
Oh, so that kind of like sparked the idea, right?
Exactamente.
You just didn't start doing it until you hit rock bottom, more or less, and then it brought like the creativity out of you. That's fucking crazy. That's a good story.
Exactly.
So, like, what's the significant meaning behind each piece? Because I know you had told me when we spoke before we did the show that each piece represents something different.
Everything represent like this one. I give you this one. This is another one, right?
Right.
This one's I was, frustrated, terrible days, bad news, whatever that I had that day going, you know what I'm saying? I kind of pour my anger, my cries, everything into the box.
En la basura.
There you go, man.
That's crazy, bro.
Just put it in, Now that you just mentioned that, I'm going to share something with you, right? Over here, in one of those boxes that I got right here, right? These are trash bags, right? Yeah. You see this, right? So these are little trash bags, right? But I'm going to put you on about something. There's little notes in here. Every time that I was feeling frustrated, I would just dump it into this container.
Yo, that's deep.
So, for example, this one says, keep fighting for life and keep going, right? I will grab this piece of paper after I finish painting one part of the art and throw it back in there. You know what I'm saying? The next day would be another one, or the following week. It says sad day. Sad day. I lost a friend. I got the bad news. God says so that even put me more down. You know what I'm saying? Put it in there. Don't let yourself, get overwhelmed on something.
Yeah.
Keep helping people. Look, keep helping people.
So you
my message.
You send them positive messages, and this is sort of like a journal or a diary, you could say. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You're getting
taking just everything out and just helping people. Like, there's people that is out there that's gone through what that I went through, but they have something special, each and one of them. It could be a female or a man. Your guys have something unique that you need to let out,
right?
For calm, you know what I'm saying? To just keep, living life.
Exactly. And that, so you're all about positivity. I could tell right now, which is a beautiful thing. Where can people purchase? Because I know you just started. Well, you're almost finishing up a website from what we spoke on.
That is correct.
And what's the name of the website? How can people purchase? And do you do like custom pieces as well for those out there watching?
Yes, if you request this website, you can actually do a live chat with me on your message inbox if you want some custom, or you can send me a picture or whatever. But the website is going to be fully active we're hoping by the end of the month, which is junescreation.shop.
We're gonna put the website on the screen, and I'm gonna put a screenshot of it. So as we're talking about it, that way people can know exactly. And where can people follow you social media wise? Because they can hit you up on Instagram, stuff like that too, right?
Oh yeah, they can follow me on Instagram as June29399.
I like it. And you have another one too, right? What's the other page?
The other one, I believe, is Junior 9551. I'm not quite sure, but I don't want to give you the wrong information. But I think it's 9551, something like that.
So let me ask you this question, right? And this time we didn't even get to talk about. Right now you have a few pieces. I already seen them up on the website. By the way, these are lovely pieces. You got the phone booth. You got a few of the dumpsters. You got the ice machines. You got the newspaper stand. You got mini bodegas, right?
Yep.
What are you coming out with next? That's what I want to
know. Now, what I want to come out next, now I want to stay out of New York area. Okay? I want to now concentrate, like my man, the radio man, shout outs to the radio man, that he's helping me out a lot on this one. He's requesting special stuff from like Paris.
Oh, that's what I'm saying? Shout out to him.
So that's the next keyword.
So hold on, we going worldwide with it.
That's what it's all about, man.
So we just got an exclusive on the Jmack Experience podcast.
Yes, sir.
I like it. So like you're gonna start doing monumental shit. We talking the Eiffel Tower. We talking I don't know, the London Bridge, right? Shit like that.
Yeah, London Bridge, exactly.
Right? Oh, that's fire. What about Cali? You gotta do some Cali shit, yo.
Yeah, but it's like I have to see the pictures because Cali is like New York.
I want to agree but disagree. I want to. You know why? Because they got a whole nother movement out there though. Remember, they got low riders. They got fucking. You know, it's different. So
you're right.
That'll be kind of dope. That'll be kind of dope. You get some Cali shit. Just a suggestion. Now, what about like clothing and like custom sneakers and jackets and merchandise? Are you gonna get like your own shirts, stuff like that?
We're working on special logos. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna stick to my regular logo, which it's a logo that you're probably gonna see on the website. It's actually my face, like a stamp print. I'm gonna use that one with the logo, June's creation, and the bottom it says "Believe in yourself." Because everybody has to believe themselves. Believe in yourself.
Now, I wanted to ask you this: what's your artistic style when it comes to writing? Like, are you like more like a wild style? Like, what kind of style do you like perfecting?
I like block
style. Oh, that's dope. That's dope.
I like block, yes.
Yeah, all right. Now, are you still open to like signing people's black books and shit like that?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that's dope. I gotta have you sign mine. Yo, I was trying to find my black book because funny you mentioned Cope too. I got Cope in there. I got Ja. I got Cap. I got Scene. I got Tats Crew signed it. I'm gonna take some pictures once I look. It's in my closet somewhere, but I wanted to bring that today. I just didn't have time. But yeah, like I definitely gotta have you sign that book, man. Cause nothing but legends in there, you know what I mean?
For sure. Now, thank you, Bobby.
What's the most meaningful piece that you ever created?
The most meaningful piece that I did, this one.
Oh shit, that's the subway. Oh, it lights up?
Yep.
Oh, that's dope. Is that Times Square?
This is the entrance of Times Square.
Oh, that's dope. That is dope. Is that for sale right now?
See, I gotta upload all this at the website. We still got more to upload in there.
Is that one's for sale?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yo, y'all gotta tap in, man. Get that subway. That's dope. Show the people out who are watching. What else you got? What else you got there?
These are my most meaningful here. Let me see if this one turns on right here. There you go.
Yo, that shit got a light. Look how fire that is, yo. That is crazy, bro. Oh, look, you put the ski tag in the back.
Yeah.
Oh, that shit tough. That shit's tough. I like that. Hip-hop,
just trying to, you know what I'm saying? Just trying to keep it there.
That is fire. So everything is for sale. All these pieces, you're willing to sell them?
Everything is for sale, but all these pieces, when people buy it, you know what I'm saying? I want them to understand that when they buying something, they buying something that I struggle, man, pouring out of my heart, tears, cry. I'm not looking for,
a high
hope.
Nah,
yeah, I'm not looking for that.
But
I'm
it has
just sharing,
a significant meaning.
Yeah, it has it on it, that if a person that buys this and is going through something, this right here, it's gonna be.
Y'all just seen the exclusive piece that he made just for me. And everyone out there, you could get your own. They could get their own custom one just like that, right? If they want a custom.
They inbox me with their logo.
That shit is so fire. Shout out to Aspire Podcast too, man. Real talk. Make sure y'all check out that interview. You put KRS-One on there? Oh, that shit. Big Pun, my favorite rapper. That shit is crazy. Oh my God, that's crazy.
I gotta mail you this one. This one, I gotta mail it to you.
I appreciate you, brother. I gotta get that train done too, bro. No bullshit. I'm gonna get that train. I gotta get that train done. I need a 7 train though. You from the Bronx and all that, but we represent Queens over here hard. I like it. So, what are you working on right now besides the website? What other piece do you got in the works that you just started on?
I'm doing this one. Is the Aspire Podcast, which is the one that I'm trying to finish her studio.
Oh, that's fire. I like that. So you just started that?
I just started this one, so I'm trying to finish this one.
That's dope.
For her there.
That's dope. What keeps you motivated, like, to continue creating, man? What like gets you in your zone? Like, do you have to listen to music? Some people they like to meditate. Like, what's the vibe for you? Or you just like think of it and you're like, fuck it, I'm gonna start doing something tonight?
It depends how my day goes, because every day is not perfect. You know what I'm saying? It could be at work, and most stress comes out of work, regardless.
Absolutely.
It's like the stressful. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I kind of use that. I don't bring work into the house.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I try to not just kind of leave it out there.
Leave it out the door.
But yeah, leave it out the door. But then when I focus, I start focusing, on building. You know what I'm saying? On trash cans, or I can start building, Donkey Kong.
You didn't show me that one. That's fire right there. So you do little arcades too? That's just dope.
Little arcades.
You gotta do a Pac-Man one. Oh, you got the soda machines. That's dope. I didn't see those. Oh, you bring out some shit today. I like it. That's fucking super fly. Now, I know you was just at a dope event, and you was with one of the legends out there, Mad Ills. How did that event, how did that come about? And is it something that you do every year, or how did that come about, that event?
We do that. They do that every year on March. That's the celebration of Biggie's birthday. They do that every year.
Rest in peace to his mom. His mom just passed away too.
Yes. Oh man, talk about his moms too, man. You don't know, man. I don't know her, physically, but when she passed, it kind of hurt me. I had to add Biggie Small's mom's into one of my miniatures.
Yo, I met her at Tower Records back in the day.
Wow, man. It's sad. It's sad.
Rest in peace to her. Now, you got any other events? Are you open to do events? Let's say somebody wants to have you as a vendor, is what I'm getting at. Because we all about promotion. We got to get you that money. If somebody wants to reach out to you and they're like, yo, June, I want you to come through to my event. You could set up a table. You could sell some of your pieces. You open to do that?
Oh, for sure. Definitely, man.
Nice.
Definitely. Yes.
You got any more events coming up that you're going to be attending, or?
Next month, we have the art festival. There's a few art festival now. So March through Orlando and Kissimmee. Those are a lot of events coming up here in the next couple of weeks.
Fire.
I'm definitely going to go as a vendor to, sell.
Yeah, you got to get out there, get that money.
Yes, sell, and the story, to the artwork.
Facts. How do you feel about graffiti? How has it changed over time, and where do you see it heading in the future?
Graffiti, there's a lot of old timers that still do the graffiti who's keeping the memory still going.
Word.
But in the next couple of years, if we the old school, like they call us, you know what I'm saying?
The OGs.
Yeah, if we don't stop bringing this out, you know what I'm saying? It will start fading. I will probably say that graffiti in 20 years will be different.
Don't say die. Don't say it's gonna die, because art lives forever.
It feels like graffiti is not going into the way it was when graffiti back in the days.
All right, I got you. I got what you're saying. Yeah. Like it's not evolving. You feel right?
Yeah.
But I'm gonna be honest, not for nothing. Like even with Kotu, he does a lot of art galleries and shit like that.
Of course, man. He does.
That's different. That's different.
You know?
Coming from just tagging on the street to that, you know what I'm saying? That's just fucking wild. Maybe, I feel like you could be a part of that too, because you bringing the graffiti back, not for nothing. Even though you're doing these mini like pieces, it has the element of graffiti on it. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Which is dope. It got the tags all over it, so that's just fire. Mm-hmm. Now, what advice would you give to someone who wants to like maybe take a path that you took in life? Like, let's say they're going through a tough time, you know what I mean? And they just haven't found that motivation to live, basically. You know what I'm saying? Well, what advice would you give to them? They're dealing with that mental depression.
If you're dealing with something by yourself, let's just start. I want to say, because when I started this, the advice that I want to give out there is don't do it by yourself if you're not ready for it. Absolutely. Because fighting by yourself and battering can end up two consequences, like life and death. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Try to focus on somebody who's really is there to motivate you and to give your spirit up. But the most important thing is don't give up, man. Don't give up. You too important.
Yeah.
Too important.
Yo, what are some of your 5 favorite albums of all time? Hip hop.
EPMD.
Ooh.
Pay in Full.
Fire.
LL Cool J.
Which one? Which LL Cool J album? I'm Bad.
I'm Bad.
Ooh.
And I think and Rock the Bell.
Oh, Rock the Bell was fire. That's a fire album. I like that. What about movies? What are your 5 favorite hip hop movies of all time?
I gotta give it B Street.
You gotta say B Street. Yeah, B Street for sure. What else?
Breaking.
Breaking's a good one.
Which one was that one? With
Style?
Tupac and these guys?
Oh, Juice.
Who? Juice.
Oh, that's
Juice
good.
is one of them. And
got 2 more.
Pay in Full.
Oh, Paid in Full. You got one more. What about Wild Style?
Oh, yes.
Wild Style
definitely.
was good.
Wild Style, yes.
And Crush Groove, that's another one. Crush Groove is
Crush
fire.
Groove, también.
Yeah, that's a good.
Yes.
That's some classes for those out. For all you youngins, start doing your homework on the real hip hop. You know what I'm saying? We try to put y'all on game. I love it. Now, yo, we're gonna be wrapping it up shortly, but what legacy do you hope to leave in hip hop and in the world of art overall?
To leave a legacy, because this is, and you're right. You know, when I leave something, when I'm gone from this world, I leave, my items that you see in my hand, you know what I'm saying? I leave it behind. And the first thing they're going to say, yo, who did this? Yeah. There's a story that I want them to understand is when I was living, what I went through, why it was created, where was the built-ness? It was just built for fun. No, there's a meaning to it.
Absolutely. So your name is going to live on forever through your art.
Exactly.
More or less. Yo, speaking of that, we're going to get into Album of the Week real quick.
Album of the week on the Jmack Experience Podcast.
Album of the week this week is Stabbed and Shot 2 by Benny the Butcher and 38 Special. You listen to the new hip hop shit, or are you tapped in? I gotta start sending you some shit. I
listen to the old school.
But this is some real hip hop shit that we shouting out right now. They bringing it back to the essence. You know what I mean? They
bringing it back.
Yeah, they got some fire lyrics. They got bars. Official. So I'm gonna send you this album. We're gonna get into movie of the week.
Movie of the week on the Jmack Experience Podcast.
Movie of the week this week is Magazine Dreams by Jonathan Majors, actually, my bad. And it's about like it's like a kind of like a biography movie of a guy trying to be a bodybuilder, but he's taking this guy that you can relate to. He's taking care of his grandfather that's like dying of an illness, which is really dope.
Okay.
Check it out when you get a chance. It comes out Friday. It's just a segment that I do every week. You know?
Yeah.
Now, what's next for June NYC, man? What's next for you? What else you got in the works? Anything you want to promote or mention that I didn't cover or I might have missed?
No, you got everything there, my brother. I appreciate you.
So that you don't got nothing else? I didn't miss nothing else? I got everything?
No, you got everything. You nailed it.
Yo, I appreciate you so much. Where can we follow you at social media-wise, my brother?
You can follow me on Instagram at JUNE29399. Or you can catch me also in TikTok, Junior.Ramirez45.
Yeah, I forgot to ask you. You be TikToking and shit too? You got a few TikToks?
Oof, I'm like 2,000, 3,000 now, something like that.
Oh, you popping on TikTok. See, I got to start fucking with the TikTok too. I'll be on my Instagram. And what about, yo, you know what I just thought of? An idea? You should do a YouTube channel, bro.
I do got a YouTube. I just got to upload it. It's just so much that I can do on my
it's a lot. It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Yo, but when you do your just an idea, we're giving you another exclusive on the show because I'm all about marketing. When you do these pieces, you should film the process of you doing it. You don't have to give them the whole game because then they'll steal your shit. They'll copy
just
your
the
shit.
process.
They'll start biting. But like just some of like maybe the before when you start, the middle, and then the after, you know, when it's all said and done. I think that should get views. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And something different. I never seen that on YouTube yet, so just an idea, you know what I mean? Now, can people reach out to you to collaborate on future projects? Like, let's say another artist is doing kind of the similar art that you're doing. Would you be open to like doing a piece together with someone else? If you feel the vibe?
Claro, to support, man. That's, I mean, why not? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we all trying to win, right? We all in this together.
Yeah, it's to support. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So I'm assuming that you like doing it because, like you said, it's all meaningful and stuff. So you like to work on your own, right? More or less.
Yeah, but if I have to work with another, a person to kind of get art ideas and stuff like that, hey, why not? You know what I'm saying?
That'll be dope. That'll be dope. Now, can we agree that all the experiences that you went through got you to where you are today?
Yes.
I like it. Any advice for those out there who may be experiencing the same situations that you went through or are going through right now?
If I gave you my Instagram address, and I'm going to be as fair. I'm a true brother de corazón, okay? Right. And I say if you're reaching out there and you don't find nobody, you can inbox me, shout out your conversation. Yo, I'm willing to even work with your experience because that can be worked on. Damn. Don't give up.
That's dope.
Don't give up.
That's dope.
Keep that in mind, guys.
That's love right there. I like that, man. Any last words or special shout outs that you would like to mention before we sign off?
Nah, man, just that I'm going to shout out to Orlando. You see me pointing these fingers. I'm going to see you very soon, my brother.
Word. Yo, and matter of fact, thank you, Theo, for connecting us, man, and making this shit happen. This was a dope interview, man. Any other shout outs? Any other people you want to shout out?
No, that's it, man.
The website, once again, so people can start purchasing.
The website, Junes, Junes Creations. Make sure that creation has the S at the end. Shop. Yo. So JunesCreation.shop. That's the website.
Yo, episode 76, June NYC. It was an honor to have you on the platform. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. We're signing out the Jmack Experience Podcast. Gra!
Thanks for coming on the Jmack Experience Podcast. Be sure to come on for another episode every single week. Until next time, peace.
Black Sheep sea moss. It'll make you want to slap your daddy.
Oh, harder, daddy.